In today's video, I'm gonna give you 5 ways to tighten up your boxing. So when you decide to throw, you do not feel like you're exposed and vulnerable. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. And if you appreciate these videos that I put together for you daily, all I ask is to give the video a like. That means so much, helps me so much. Now, we're talking about how to tighten up your boxing, how to make this guard, as you unleash a combo, feel very, very protective. If you don't have that, you're gonna get tagged a lot, and then as a result, you're not wanting to throw your hands. And it's just as simple as that. Tight boxing is something I'm very good at, and yeah, initiate these tips into your training, and you're gonna notice a big difference. Before we get to these tips, I wanna let everybody know that down below, there's a link where you can head over and purchase Strike Ready Movement. We just completed the 5-week training course. Everybody was on board. They were doing all the sessions and we had a great time, but now it's available for everybody else. $99 for a limited time. Jump on that right now. Now let's talk about tightening up the boxing. Doesn't matter if you have MMA gloves or boxing gloves, these principles still apply. So, the very first thing that I'm going to give you, and this is such a simple one that I just talk on the channel over and over and over and over and over, but people still don't do it all the time. When you throw a punch combo, always make sure the hand that's not punching is coming right back to your forehead. This means that every time you throw, the opposite side is completely protected. It's very easy to start doing this. And then go on the last punch, go, okay, now my hands are back to here. 1, 2, now my hands are up. No, every time you throw, you bring that hand right back to your forehead. That's the first tip. And it's gonna save you so many times. As I've already stated on the channel, a number of times I've been in fights and I've thrown a combo and boom, and got hit over here, but not seen the shot coming. And just having that hand up saved me. So it tightens everything and keeps you extra safe. Tip number 2 is gonna be make sure that your punch combos are not overly wide. What do I mean by that? Well, obviously straight punches are never gonna be wide, but it's very easy for us to make uppercuts and hooks way too big. And as a result, if I do jab, cross, hook, upper, the last 2 are gonna be so much easier for me to get countered, and it's not gonna feel like tight boxing. So when I do throw my hook and upper, they're short little shots, just boom, boom, boom. And having my hand return to my head on the other side is gonna be 2 things. They're gonna make those combos feel like, okay, I'm just really moving from one shot right to the other without keeping myself in this very compromised position. Tip number 3 is to take that chin and tuck it really tight. It's very hard for me to keep myself fully protected and feel like I'm in this perfect little shell when my head's up here as I'm throwing. Even if I bring my hands up to my forehead, I'm gonna feel very exposed. But once I tuck in here, all of a sudden I don't have to bring my hands way up here. I only have to bring them to that position, which keeps my body more protected. And it's essentially, we call it looking through the eyebrows. I look at my opponent through my eyebrows. That means that I'm more likely to take my shots on the forehead if I do take them, as opposed to the jaw. But still, overall, you should be protected with those hands up. So just take that chin, notch it down. Tip number 4 is to try and create a beat that is consistent if you're throwing a long combo. Many people, when they go something like, say, it's jab, cross, jab, right hook, it's kind of like tap, 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 and a little slow after. Or if they're going from the hook to the body shot, it's kind of tap, 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 boom, boom. And we want a tap, 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 tap. We want a nice, fast, consistent pace. Now, yes, the punches will not have that same power, but that's okay. Because we need to remember that this kind of shot and this shot, they can both put people out. You don't need to hit with crazy power to knock somebody down. In fact, majority of the time when I've actually knocked somebody down, it's when I don't even know that I landed a shot. I thought they slipped sometimes. I'd be here and I'd be like, boop, and they're down. Like, what? I'd even try and throw that hard. But when I load up, a lot of times I don't land, therefore nobody goes down. So thinking speed, minimal time between punches, consistent beat. I feel like that's a great way to land more, but keep the boxing combos tight. It's as soon as we start breaking that beat that things slow down and spaces open up. The last tip I have for you is to start engaging in your mind, blocking while throwing. So instead of just being here and going, okay, I'm just throwing shots, you want to be able to keep tight and imagine, okay, I throw my jab cross, a shot landed there. Boom, boom. I imagine that, and then right into there. Bah, bah, bah. So instead of me going offense, 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 I start learning with this interruption idea. Bah, bah. So I get that counter. Bah, bah. And when you can start drilling that in your mind, all of a sudden you're gonna start being that much more confident when you step in, bah, 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 and somebody hits you, and then you continue your combo, continue firing, and your tight boxing does not break apart when a simple touch of a glove happens. So take these tips, engage them in your training. This is basically what I did to tighten up my own boxing. It's what makes me good at throwing those longer combos, and that's what I have for you guys today. Thanks for joining. I'll see you back here soon.